Every journey starts with a step, leading to unknown destinations. An adventure of the soul, mind, and body. A holistic pilgrimage. Start your walk with God.
Hello, family of Community Without Borders. We're so glad to be together once again in this space of biblical reflection. Today, we'll be sharing about persistent faith. When we persist in faith, we learn to pray without giving up. We're not talking about perfect prayers or elegant words, but about a prayer that endures, that resists, that insists, even when everything feels silent. Paul reminds us in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, 16 to 18, "Rejoice always, pray without ceasing, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Jesus Christ for you." This calls us to a life where prayer is not just an emergency resource, but a way of living daily connected to God. We remember the story of Sister Mathilde, a humble grandmother who prayed every night for her grandson Louis, lost in addiction. She prayed for years without seeing results, but she never stopped praying. Her prayer was an act of faith, love, and resistance. And even though she died without seeing the miracle with her own eyes, God answered. Louis encountered Jesus in a jail cell, and today he mentors other young people with stories like his own. We also see a powerful example in chapter 6 of the book of Daniel. We read that when he found out praying would be punished by death, he went home and 3 times a day he got down on his knees and prayed and gave thanks to his God, just as he had done before. Daniel didn't negotiate his intimacy with God. He didn't hide it, he didn't pause it. And because of that faithfulness, he was thrown into the lion's den. He wasn't spared from the den, but he was accompanied inside it. In Daniel chapter 6, verse 22, the writer tells us, "My God sent his angel and he shut the mouths of the lions," because that's who God is. Persistent faith is spiritual resistance. It doesn't always change our circumstances, but it changes us. A life of constant prayer shapes our character. It reminds us who God is. It keeps us focused on the eternal. It softens our hearts, and it prepares us to live with hope in a broken world. We also read in Romans chapter 12, verse 12 to 13, "Rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, be constant in prayer, contribute to the needs of the saints, and seek to show hospitality." That hospitality begins in the soul, and persistent prayer widens the heart. Persistent prayer doesn't avoid the lion's den, but it guarantees that God will be with you inside them. Praying without ceasing doesn't mean repeating words endlessly. It's living with awareness of His presence at all times. It's inviting God to walk with us in the pain, in the waiting, in the everyday. It's letting Him stretch our tent, starting from the inside. It doesn't matter if your prayer today is only a whisper. It doesn't matter if you waited for years without seeing a response. Do not give up. That's why we don't want to give up. We want our faith to be increased, and we need our hearts to be enlarged. So now, I ask you, what does it mean for you today to persist in faith in order to enlarge your heart? always, it's been a joy to share this time with you. May the peace of God and His grace go with you always. We'll see you at the next reflection from Community Without Borders.